You know, a lot of people have looked for ways to respond to this, whether it's giving money, whether it's donating your time. And another thing that there's been a huge call for is donating blood. That has become a problem and a serious issue for Lance Bass, who was really ticked off about this ban. There is a ban, whether you're aware of this or not, but the FDA put into place a ban against gay men donating blood, and
this goes back to 1983, when the AIDS epidemic was an enormous, not just crisis, but it was a survival issue in the gay community before there were any drugs, any treatment, anything like that.
Yeah. But now there's been an update to that policy now, but Lance, for one, says feels like this is still not enough, and he's joining us right now to talk about that. Lance, thanks for being with us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So, yeah. Lance, tell us what led up to this door that got just slammed in your face.
Well, I mean, every time a tragedy like this happens, I get reminded that I can't donate blood. And it's just like you were saying before, people just don't know that there is a ban on my blood. And we have to educate people, out there that, there is this stigma on my blood, my gay blood, and it needs to change, and this tragedy has brought us together. And I honestly don't have faith that this country is going to come together and make any common sense gun laws right now. So I would love, out of this tragedy, to have something good come out of it. And I think this ban on blood should be the easiest thing to pass. All we need is the FDA to approve this, and it's just insane that it's 2017 and there's still a stigma on my blood.
Well, so the argument that they're making is this: they're saying, look, they've loosened this the ban up a little bit. Now they say that they will not take blood from any male who has had sex with another man in the last 12 months, and their logic is they're saying that HIV has hit the gay community in higher numbers and percentages than in the straight community. So to that you say what?
Well, to that I say, what if I lied and said I didn't have sex with a man for a year? Are they not going to test my blood? We test it. We test everyone's blood exactly the same way. A straight person can get HIV just as much as a gay person can get HIV. I understand in the 80s it was a different time and we needed to do something quickly because people were scared and people were not understanding what was happening. But it's been decades since, and we test every blood. It's just right now the only good reason that they will not take my blood is a big to me and the gay community. That's the only reason that this is happening. And people like the Red Cross, like shame on the Red Cross for not being a leader in this over the last 20 years to help relieve the stigma of HIV in gay men's blood and donating. They should be the ones to really be the forefront of this movement.
So they made that change in 2015. Are you saying, Lance, and as I hear you talking about it, I mean, you're right that just as well a straight person who's had sex within the last 12 months could have it. What if they were to, and I haven't heard anybody suggest this, what if they made that a blanket, and maybe they should make that a blanket statement, that if you have had sex in the last 12 months, is there,
Well, it's going to.
Then you're going to cut down.
This will decimate the amount of blood
that's donated.
So what happens? What happens when the next major tragedy happens? Say the big one hits the West Coast, a big earthquake where hundreds of thousands of people are needing blood, and all of us are lined up to give blood. And the Red Cross, I don't think, is going to be turning away our blood at that point when hundreds of thousands of people are going to be needing it. So we don't need the red tape and all that when something crazy happens next. We need to go ahead and fix this now, because there's no reason, there's absolutely no reason. Like I said before, the only reason to deny my blood is basically because I don't like that you're gay. It's the only reason.
Okay. Well, Lance, look.
I think, like you're saying, it's something that should be discussed, and and hopefully through discussion we can figure out the best solution.
Lance, thanks for joining us. Appreciate the time.
Thank you so much.
Make sure to subscribe to TMZ Live to keep up to date on the latest entertainment news.
And if you want to keep watching, click on one of these videos right now.